Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do a reading. It is a bonus read, Taurus. How you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for stopping in here. Look, I haven't been around a little bit here. It's been a busy week. When you live in the middle of Canada and it gets to be August, we start to panic, right? Because we know we only have a couple of months left to enjoy the beautiful weather. So I've been taking advantage of being out in the beautiful weather. So I hope you are well. Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's find out what's going on for you, my bull gang. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus, please. Taurus, we have Temperance, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The heart of the matter brings us the Three of Wands, and we have the Page of Swords as well. We also have the Ace of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Nine of Cups. On deck here, we have the Knight of Cups. Interesting. So Taurus, it does feel like there is something that I feel you've been waiting for is about to show up. And I think that because the Three of Wands being at the center of your reading tells me there's something that you've been waiting for to happen in the future. And I think it's almost been like a little bit of a worry. It's been attached to some sort of an emotional feeling that you have. And it also feels like possibly it is about a bond of some type. So it feels like you've been thinking or overthinking about some sort of a bond or something that you hope you can bring back into alignment, or that you will, the thing is about overthinking is we always think that we can think our way to the solution, but really between here and the solution is just wasted time, because it is what it is, right? The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing is always at play. And I feel like somebody here has been worrying or trying to think themselves out of something. I feel like something you've been waiting for is like inching closer, a little bit at a time. The Page of Swords is here. I want to say, Taurus, I'm supposed to tell you to remain open-minded. Remain open-minded at whatever it is that is showing up for you here. Now, Uranus was in your sign for a long time, and a very long time, I think from 2018 to 2025, just ended up leaving sometime early July. And so now we're sort of in this place where we're feeling the vacuum, right? Finally, it let go of us finally. And now we're feeling like something is coming around the corner, like, okay, we're ready now. We were learning how to let things go for months and months, or for years actually, and now it's time for us to be ready for what is coming next. I feel like what's coming next in the future is something that has to do with the heart space, but I feel like it's been coming at a really slow pace. Now, it's not always about love, and I always tell you guys that, remember that it's not always about love, but we do have the Two of Cups here, and we do have the Knight of Cups here. We do have the two major cards that are talking about heart space, and 2 and 1 is 3, so that's a reunion. Taurus, I feel like somebody that you need to be open-minded about, somebody who I feel wants to see you, whether this is platonic or romantic, and for some of you it's not romantic, but I feel it is something that's been on your mind and that you've been trying to think your way out of it. You've been trying to heal the thought pattern. You've been trying to bring yourself to a balance in your thoughts and feelings about how you feel about this situation. And in doing that, I believe that you are manifesting some sort of a reunion. So Taurus, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is here. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I believe that you've been waiting for something in the future. And so that thing is now about to arrive. And I feel like you need to be open-minded about whatever is about to arrive, because we've got in the future energy here, we've got the Ace of Wands. I feel like you're going to be very excited about it. It feels like you're going to be emotionally excited about it. And it feels like it is something that you're going to try, and when it shows up and it surprises you, because it feels like it is going to be a bit of a surprise, or maybe something you hoped for but we're trying to not feel too excited about, I feel like you are going to feel excited about it when it shows up, because the Nine of Cups is telling me that something is coming into alignment for you. And it is something to do with the heart space. Now, this could be the Queen of Cups that you've been waiting on. The Queen of Cups, of course, is emotionally deep and empathic and loving and kind. And I feel like you've been hoping for this, or I feel like you've almost been trying to detach from it because you don't think that it's going to arrive. But I feel like this compassion and kindness is arriving. Now, this doesn't have to be a person. It could also be compassion and kindness that you have for yourself, that maybe that you need to be a little more open-minded about having a little more compassion about yourself when it comes to things that you're waiting for or things that are coming into alignment. Because I feel like this Nine of Swords is a problem for you. I feel like you worry a lot, or that you try and think your way out of things. You're very analytical, right? So I feel like you try and think your way out of things. So Taurus, I feel like there is, with this Knight of Cups and the Sun here, I feel like some of you about to get some sort of communication or good news or exciting information about something that's about to come to light that is going to light up your heart space. And for some of you, it is romantic. So take it for you as the way that it is. And let's figure out what's going on with Temperance. Because look, Temperance is a moment of alchemy, any way you look at it. Whether things are shifting into shape or something is becoming healed, I feel like you are going to have your mind healed. You're going to stop worrying, because I feel like there is some sort of a reunion on the horizon. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is a person from the past. It could be someone that you've been thinking about. Maybe it's a friend you haven't seen in months, and maybe you're going to be going out with this friend for dinner or whatever, and you're excited to see this person. It feels like whoever it is, you haven't spoken to them in a while, because I think the Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands are telling me that you've kind of been worrying about this reunion or worrying about seeing this person again. And maybe it's not worry, maybe it's overthinking. It could be overthinking, because we do have, the way these cards are set up, right? You can see that there's an Ace of Swords pointing down at this person, but there's 4 on each side. So it seems like you've been sort of caught in the mind, overthinking something that I feel that you need to let go of. 9 and 1 is 10. And so I feel like maybe you're meeting up with somebody that maybe you had a hard time with or an ending with already. It feels like it is something that you will know about, because I feel like you're going to get a text before this happens. And for some of you, you might already know that this is coming up. Tell me about Temperance, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups. What's going on here? We've got the High Priestess here. We've got the Ten of Swords. There we go. We called it out, right? The 9 and the 1 with this Page of Swords was the Ten of Swords. And so the Ten of Swords shows up just to let us know that we're being listened to here. So the Empress is here. And I feel that the Empress is telling me that things are going to be fine. It's all going to work out in a very abundant and balanced way. So if you are in this energy where you're worrying about seeing someone who lights up your heart space, I feel like you shouldn't worry. I feel like you need to let go of that worry, because the High Priestess is here. And so I feel like not only is the High Priestess telling me to tell you, look, we've got the Empress and the High Priestess, which is, the Empress is the co-creator with the universe, is always in Empress mode, right? In Queen of Cups mode, is always in sort of psychic kind of empathic mode. But the High Priestess is here as well, which is the deepening of that empathic energy. So I feel that your intuition is telling you, Taurus, just let it go. Let it go. Whatever happened between you and this person, I feel like you're supposed to let it go. Now, I'm not saying forgive and forget. If this is a hardship reading for you, if this is a hardship, I feel like you're not supposed to forgive and forget. I feel like you can forgive, but I don't ever feel like you should forget. But I think you need to let go of it for your own good, because I feel like the Ten of Swords has been a thorn in your side. It feels like it's been something that's been hard for you to digest or get over or release. So I feel like there is some sort of heart space that is going to be lit up. And when I say that, I mean that it's going to magnify. You're going to see someone's true colors, and I think it's good. I feel like it's good that you're going to see their true colors, because I feel like the Knight of Cups is telling me that you've been waiting for this for a while, and you've been wondering, is there still a bond? I feel like there is still a bond, and it could be a bond between mother and child. We do have the Empress here, but it could be a bond between friends. It could be a bond between you and someone that you have romantic feelings for that you haven't seen in a while. All right, tell me about the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, because you are moving into the future, but in moving into the future, I feel like you're supposed to be doing that in a very open-minded way. We've got the Four of Pentacles, we've got the Two of Swords, and we've got the Strength card. So now we have 3 cups, and now we have 3 swords as well. We have the Ace, and then we have the 2. So I feel like there probably has been something that stopped you two from communicating. Somebody began to hold back. So we've got this energy of, I don't want to overwhelm you, or I don't want to push forward. I want you to come to me. I want you to come to me and tell me what the problem is. And I feel like somebody was planning on doing that, but then decided that they couldn't make the decision to do that. So it feels like you are holding back. It feels like they are holding back. And it feels like the Two of Swords being in the middle here tells me that there's really been no communication. And finally, I think that with the 3 swords being here, it tells me that it's because of some type of disappointment. Or maybe it was heartbreak. But it feels like you're going to get a chance to resume things with this person. You're going to get a chance to talk to them if you want to. And it feels like this person could be someone who might be a Libra. They could be a Taurus. They could be someone who is Leo, or maybe this is an indication that it's happening in Leo season, because that's where we are right now. I feel like this is something that you've been thinking about over and over. Something that you want to bring balance into. Two of Swords is Libra energy. So I feel like you want to bring balance to the situation, but you don't want to have to do it by stepping forward, because the Empress never would. The Empress is going to wait and attract and say, you know what, if it's on my path and it's supposed to be there, then I will receive it. So I feel, Taurus, that you are not the person here who is going to be reaching out. I feel like someone will reach out to you, or I'm just going to say you could end up bumping into somebody in the wild. Let's find out what's going on here with the Ace of Wands, because I feel like the Ace of Wands is telling me that this might be a little bit of a shocker for you. It is an exciting thing, but understand when the Ace of Wands shows up, it's sort of startling, and it's a burst of energy or a blast of energy here, and it feels like it's heart space energy that is supposed to come into alignment. Now, whether or not this is a romantic reading, or whether or not you hope to resume something romantic with this person, I guess it's possible, because we do have 3 cups and we have the Knight of Cups with the Sun. For some of you, it could be that, but I feel like this Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups here is telling me that you are excited, but you're not really showing it. Like when this person shows up, you might bump into them, and if they show up, I feel like you're not going to show them on the surface that you are excited. You're going to sort of roll your feelings back just a little bit, but you're going to know that this is alignment. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We have the 5 of coins, and we have the King of Swords. Okay, so very interesting, because the King and the Queen of Swords just showed up here together. And so I'm going to say that if you are the feminine Taurus, I feel like, because the Empress can be feminine or masculine, if you are the feminine Taurus, I feel like you are feeling some type of way about the whole situation. If you are the masculine, I feel like you would rather speak about it or talk about it. Can we just talk it out? But I feel like it's going to be hard to do, because there's a 5 of Pentacles here. And so this situation, our conversations fall into lack. It feels like we can't, like these are 2 of the best communicators, right? The King and the Queen of Swords are 2 of the best communicators. And it feels like the King of Swords is very blunt and very honest, but has a hard time accessing their feelings, where the Queen of Swords is here with the Queen of Cups, and I feel like you are very emotional about the situation, and I feel like when you choose to keep your emotional energy stifled, Taurus, I feel like the Queen of Swords being in the reverse tells me it comes out in a way that's kind of harsh, because I think you're trying to match energy, or match energies with the King of Swords, and the King of Swords can be very blunt and very harsh with their words, and they don't mean to be. They just mean to be honest and get business done and move move past it. But the King of Swords in the upright is the person who does show up with a little bit of ego, knowing that or feeling that they are the person who is in charge. And I think that you are in the reverse with this energy of the Queen of Swords, because I think you're trying to match energy with the King of Swords because you don't want to be hurt again. And so I feel like this is your defense mechanism, is what it feels like. So I feel like there is going to be a conversation between you and someone else that I feel like we need to take the feelings off the table. And so I think that's why this king is showing up as the King of Swords. And so we need to take this off the table. I feel like we've got 3 queens here. So I feel like you are showing up grounded and stable. You're keeping your emotions tucked away, but I feel like you're coming forward as the Queen of Swords in the reverse because you're matching energy with the King of Swords. So the thing is I feel like for some of you that you are going to see this person for who they are. They're going to show you a softer side that you've never seen before, and they're going to try and see your softer side. Maybe you haven't shown them the soft side in a while. Maybe they've never seen the Queen of Swords in reverse side of you before. Maybe they're used to you being the Queen of Cups, being kind and loving and compassionate and forgiving, and maybe they're always the one who can't access their feelings or chooses not to, and they come at you in swords without their feelings. So I feel like there's 2 people here who are going to see the other person for who they really are, because the sun is here and we're having some type of a breakthrough in the heart space here. Tell me about what's going on with the Knight of Cups here and the sun. It feels like this I feel is going to be an emotionally happy meeting. Once we get all this hard stuff out of the way and we stop holding back, and we're going to talk about the really hard things. Why did you block me? Why didn't you just come to me and say something? I don't understand why you blocked me. And you're going to say, well, you were being a jerk. You just kind of ghosted me. Like, what am I supposed to do? Chase you? I'm the Empress. I don't chase anybody. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a hardcore conversation going on, but I think you're supposed to remain open-minded. And the Knight of Cups and the Sun here. The breakthrough here about these emotions. I feel like the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in the reverse are both going to have breakthroughs in emotion here. We have the Tower. There it is. There it is. Look, the Tower is here with the Devil in the reverse. And we have also the Star. Well, I mean, that says it all. We've got the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Coins. It's all about decision making. Look, you can decide whatever you want. You never have to go with what the reader says, right? This is just an energy that I'm picking up. Maybe it's one person that I'm picking up the energy on, but it feels like there are decisions that need to be made here. And we're all making decisions in our life, and you get to make the decision that's best for you. And I feel like this is telling me that you are making very solid, grounded choices about how this person or this situation is even going to fit into your life. I feel like you are leaving the crossroads and taking action about making a decision here. And I think there are still feelings here. I'm just going to say with the Page of Cups here, I think there are still feelings here. So we have the Tower, right? The Devil's in the reverse, which tells me that I feel like after we really see each other for who we are emotionally, because I think that we've shown each other swords up till now, we've both been holding back. I feel we have 2 people who are scared to get hurt again because the 3 swords is here. I feel like we are coming together to have a conversation about what happened, not saying that there needs to be reconciliation, although the 3 of Cups could mean that there might be a romantic type reconciliation, but it's not going to be for all of you. For some of you, as I keep telling you, retrograde, Mercury retrograde, is about bringing things to the surface and bringing people back from the past, usually to close a cycle so you can carry on with a new cycle. So I think for some of you this speaks volumes, because the Devil being in the reverse tells me you're just going to let it go, or they're just going to let it go, and we just need to let this go. We need to break the bonds that were tying us to feeling like we had to hold back from each other. The Tower is here. We have this shift of energy and a revelation of healing. The Star is here. So I feel like this is healing, but this is also Aquarius energy, which we have here. So I feel like this Aquarius person, or Libra or Gemini, or someone who's primarily sort of keeping their feelings held back or doesn't usually access their feelings. Maybe you've never seen them access their feelings, really. I think they're about to access their feelings. We do have the Queen of Cups here, and for me that's a mother. So it could be a mother conversation that's coming up here. But the Star tells me that the healing is going to come, but only if we both decide together that we're just going to finally break these bonds that were binding us, the doubt, the fear, all of that. We're just going to release it. And that's when the Tower shows up. And that's when the breakthrough comes. And with the Tower and the Sun being here together, I feel like there's a breakthrough about, I really love you. Even if they're just a friend, or even if they are somebody that you'll never date again or never get back together with. I really do have compassion, kindness, and love for you. I have heart space energy for you. So I feel like there is a decision coming up here for you as to whether you want to meet with someone or not, but I feel like you are going to get some sort of communication from somebody who wants to see you, no matter what capacity they are in your life. You can decide that. Maybe you'll let me know in the comments, Taurus. I'm going to leave that right here. I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. I'm going out to have a beautiful Saturday with some friends, so I'll be back later to do more readings, but I'm going to go for now. You guys take care, and I'll be back. Be well.